Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Here we are continuing our lecture with the electricity and magnetism. This is the core 3 of the CBCS syllabus. Now today we will discuss about the electromagnetic induction and here we will discuss on Faraday's law. Now let us start our topic with the electromagnetic induction. Now let us consider this is suppose a conductor. If I give a magnetic field to it and then if I want to change this magnetic field, then if I will change this magnetic field, we can say that the magnetic flux linking with this conductor, it will changes. So an EMF will be induced in the conductor. EMF means the electromotive force, it will be induced in the conductor. And if this conductor or this is a coil, it forms a complete loop, then a current will flow in it. Then this phenomena is called as the electromagnetic induction. So let us write with me. When the magnetic flux linking, the magnetic flux means the number of lines of force, the magnetic lines of force. That is the magnetic flux linking a conductor changes, linking a conductor, or we can say that this conductor is coil, okay, linking a conductor or a coil changes an EMF is induced in the conductor. Now if the conductor conductor means the coil, okay, if the conductor or the coil forms a complete loop or circuit, a current will flow in it. This phenomenon is called electromagnetic induction. This phenomenon is called electromagnetic induction or EM induction. Electromagnetic induction. Induction basically the induced EMF produced, it means that it will just try to oppose that field, okay. When the magnetic flux linking a conductor changes and EMF is induced in the conductor, means this electromotive force, it will try to oppose that change. So that phenomenon is called the electromagnetic induction. If the conductor forms the complete loop or circuit, then a current will flow in it. That is called the electromagnetic induction. Now we'll see what is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Here we will discuss the two laws of Faraday. Now first of all we see the first law of Faraday. The first law. Faraday's first law says that when the magnetic flux linking in a conductor, when the magnetic flux linked with a conductor or coil changes and EMF is induced. So here you can see the first law says when the magnetic flux linking a conductor or coil changes and EMF is induced in it, and the induced EMF, it lasts so long as the change in the magnetic flux linking the coil continues. It means that suppose here is a conductor, suppose a magnetic flux is linked in it, Suppose here is the north pole and here is the south pole, and suppose this is the magnetic flux linked in it, and we can say that this flux is continuously changing. When this magnetic flux is changing continuously, then there will be an EMF induced. So an EMF will be induced in this conductor, and this EMF will induced so long as the magnetic flux will be changes. It means that when the flux changes, then similarly the EMF will change. If the flux changes, EMF will change. This is the first law. Now we will see the second law. The second law states that the magnitude of the EMF induced in a conductor or coil, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux linked in it. If there will be a change in the magnetic flux, then there will be an induced EMF will be developed. So here we can write for the induced EMF, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux. So the induced EMF, here let me write the induced EMF, this is, suppose E, this induced EMF E will be proportional to the rate of change of flux, that is d phi by dt, or simply this I can write n phi 2 minus n phi 1 divided by t. This phi 2 and phi 1, these are the magnetic flux, and n represents the number of turns. Okay, this n represents the number of turns in a coil. Number of turns. Now, this E is proportional to this much, or we can write simply as, or this E equal to some proportionality constant k into n phi 2 minus n phi 1 divided by t. Okay. And in SI unit, this k equal to 1. In SI unit, this k value is 1. We can write this E as E will be equal to n phi 2 minus n phi 1 divided by t, or this simply can be written as this EMF equal to E equal to n phi 2 minus n phi 1 divided by t if k equal to 1 in SI unit, or this can be written as, this is nothing but if I'll take common n, then this will be phi 2 minus phi 1 divided by t, or this is simply E equal to n into d phi by dt. That is, it will depend on the change of flux or the rate of change of magnetic flux. If there will be the constant magnetic field, if you will consider the magnetic field is constant, that is through the conductor, the magnetic field it is passing through this conductor, it is constant, then in that case this induced EMF will be 0. It will not oppose the magnetic field. If there will be change in the magnetic flux, then it will try to oppose this magnetic flux, and that is known as the induced EMF. So this is the Faraday's law. So here you can see that the first law says when the magnetic flux linking a conductor or coil changes, EMF will be induced in it, and this induced EMF will remain in it as the change in the magnetic flux linking the coil continues. If this changes in the this magnetic flux changes will be continuous in this conductor, then there will be an induced EMF. And the second law says that the magnitude of this EMF induced in a conductor, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux, that is E equal to n d phi by dt. This is all about your Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. And in the next lecture we will see the Lenge's law. This is all about today. Thank you all.